Right now, Jeff Sessions is testifying before the House Judiciary Committee. The Attorney General is facing some tough questions about his previous testimony where he claimed he was not aware of any Trump campaign meetings with Russians. CBS's Mola Linghi reports from Capitol Hill.
Please raise your right hand.
Jeff Sessions swore to tell the truth before the House Judiciary Committee this morning.
But the truth, so help you God.
But Democrats want to know if he told the truth during his confirmation hearings when he testified he had no knowledge of any contacts between the Trump campaign and Russia.
I will not accept and reject accusations that I have ever lied. That is a lie.
Former Trump campaign aide George Papadopoulos told the FBI that during the campaign, he suggested a meeting between then-candidate Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin in front of both Trump and Sessions.
I do now recall that the March 2016 meeting at the Trump Hotel that Mr. Papadopoulos attended, but I have no clear recollection of the details of what he said at that meeting.
Sessions had to recuse himself from the Russia investigation because of his own meetings with Russia's ambassador to the U.S. That led to the appointment of special counsel Robert Mueller to investigate if there was any Russian collusion during the 2016 election. Now the Attorney General is looking into whether another special prosecutor is needed for a different Russia probe. Department of Justice prosecutors will look into whether an investigation is needed to see if Clinton Foundation donations were tied to an Obama administration approval of a deal allowing a Russian company to purchase a mining company with uranium operations in America. The president said he was disappointed in the DOJ's lack of action as he left for his trip to Asia. Mola Linghi, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Now, former DOJ officials tell CBS News that they believe the Uranium One investigation is part of a long-term strategy to discredit special counsel Robert Mueller, who led the FBI at the time of the Obama administration's approval of that deal.